we will start. We are discussing various committees of board of directors uh, uh, that can be formed. We have discussed audit committee. We have discussed remuneration committee, nomination committee that we have discussed already. What is the role and responsibilities of nomination committee? Then we have discussed remuneration committee also. Then we have discussed stakeholder relationship committee. Then now we are going to discuss stakeholder relationship committee. Yesterday we have discussed on that, the maintaining the relationship. If there is a communication between the company to the shareholder or stakeholder. Stakeholder can be a shareholder, the employee, maybe the supplier, maybe the customer, maybe the maybe other parties or group of parties who having an interest in the company's growth. So we can call as a stakeholder. So communicating with them, giving information to them, sharing information with them, or taking their solve their problems. If stakeholder having a problem, solve their issues. If they want to communicate with the company, then you can be a middleman. A stakeholder can be a middleman into the both the stakeholder and the company. So that can be done. That these are the some role and responsibilities of stakeholder relationship committee. So now we are going to discuss a board meeting. Now board meeting. So board meeting, nothing but the directors, maybe the 11 directors, 7 directors, or 13 directors, board of directors. They have their meeting. So it can be depends upon what they decided, a policy decided, how many times they are going to conduct the meeting, monthly basis or quarterly basis or half yearly basis. So it depends upon that. The board meeting should be conducted. So board meeting nothing but a meeting of a director of all the directors of an organization of the company. So we'll see that how board meetings can be conducted and what are the reasons, what are the things that can be included while conducting a board meeting. The board of directors is the supreme authority in a company that they have power to take all the major action decisions for the company. The board is also responsible for managing the affairs that of the whole company. Yes. So board of directors are the supreme authority of the organization and that have all the powers of the organization. They can take the decision. It can be strategic decision. It can be a tactical decision or setting a long-term objective, short-term objective. So that can be maybe any problem, a legal issues or some political issues, maybe some workforce issue. If they are there in the organization or in company, that can be solved in the discussion of a board of directors. So these are the issue can be discussed and maybe the some solution can be find out in the board meeting. So board meeting nothing but all the directors of the organization of the institute or company board of directors will come together and discuss such types of issue and they will solve that particular problems. So first, these are the supreme authority. These are the top level authority into the organization who can just a minute. I have one point. Okay. Then okay. For the so board meeting can be conducted. Then okay. So for the effective functioning and management, it is imperative to the board meeting be held at a frequent interval for this section 173 of Companies Act 2003-13 provided. So a frequent interval, as I earlier said, it can depend upon the policy of the organization or it can be decided into the board meeting. that the board meeting of the directors can be conducted after monthly basis, or it can be on a quarterly basis, or it can be on a half yearly basis. So that can be decided, or maybe it can be a contingent issue. Maybe there's some major issue are there and some problems are arise. That time we can come together and we can discuss the things. But there should be a frequent interval or frequent after some time there should be a company can arrange a board meeting for that. So under section 173 of Companies Act 2013. So first, in case of public limited company, how many board meetings can be conducted and what will be the interval? How much time span between one meeting and second meeting? How it will be there? How much it will be there? So it can be according to the Companies Act 170, section 173 of Companies Act 2013. What it is for the public limited company, public limited. In this regard, the first board meeting has to be held within the first 30 days since the incorporation date. मतलब जब आपका board form हुआ है, when we can form a board, new board of directors are elected or selected as a board of director for the company, then within the next 30 days, the board meeting should be conducted. Incorporation date. Once the particular board directors has been formed, a board of director has been formed, then after incorporation date, within the next 30 days, that meeting should be conducted of all the board of directors should be present for that meeting in a public limited company. Second, additional a minimum 4 board meetings. Additionally, a minimum 4 board meetings must be held in a span of 1 year. At least 4 board meetings are expected that have been conducted by the particular organization. If it is a public limited company, there is a 4 mandatory meetings to be conducted, board meetings, in a 1 year. Also, there cannot be a gap of more than 120 days between 2 meetings. Okay, this is a third one limitation, that there is a no gap, or there is no more than that of gap of 120 days. 120 days, within a 120 days, we have to take at least 1 meeting. There is no gap more than 120 days between the 2 meetings for the public limited company. Yes, first, it should be conducted before 30 days of incorporation of a board of directors. Minimum 4 meetings should be conducted, and the meeting span between the 2 meetings, it should not be more than 120 days. So we can, this is in case of public limited company under the section 173 Act, 173 of Companies Act 2013. In case of small companies or one person company, if it is small company or it is a 1 person company, then at least 2 meetings must be conducted. If it is small companies are there, then you can go for the 2 meetings must be conducted, one in which half of the financial year and one of the. So I earlier said that monthly basis or quarterly basis, or it can be a half yearly basis, financial year. Additionally, the gap between the 2 meetings must be at least 90 days. Additionally, the gap of 2 meetings must be 90 days. We are not able to conduct the meeting in this week and in the next week to fulfill this criteria. Only 2 meetings can be conducted, must be conducted. So if you want to fulfill that, we can take 1 meeting in this particular month, and maybe we can take another meeting in the next coming month. So no, at least 90 days there is a gap between the 2 particular that meeting. So that is required. In situation where the meeting is held at short notice, at least 1 independent director must be attending the meeting. This is a mandatory. In situation, if there are some contingency situations are there are some emergency are there, and meeting has been called of the board of directors, that time at least 1 independent director must be present for the particular meeting. Then we can call it as a valid meeting. So if there is some emergency has been there and we have to conduct the meeting of a board of directors in a small scale industry or in a 1 person company, then there should be at least 1 independent director should be present in the company. Now notice board. Notice of a board meeting. The notice of board meeting refers to a document that is sent to all the directors. Yes. Yes.
So please change the slides.
Where board meeting it is there. Now it is visible. Same board meeting. Sir. It is okay. Okay. The notice of board meeting refers to a document that is sent to all the directors of the company. So there should be communication. first, before the meeting should be scheduled, before meeting schedule, you have to send the agenda of the meeting and schedule, venue, date, time should be properly mentioned into that communication, and that will be sent to all the directors in advance. It should not be one day advance. It should be more than 2 3 days in advance to the particular director about the meeting has been scheduled on this particular date at this particular venue and the time for the this, and these are the agenda of the meeting. Maybe these are the some issues can be discussed in the meeting. So the directors can be come with the prepared maybe the some documents and all these things. Maybe all the directors. So notice of board meeting can be given to the directors, all the directors, because it is a board meeting. Only notice can be given to the director of a company, board director. All types of companies are required to give notice at least 7 days before the actual day of the meeting. Yes, this is a mandatory also. Yes, your notice should be reached, or it can be reached to the, or you have to communicate the message related to a meeting, a board meeting before 7 days of the actual day of meeting. So these are the mandatory of conducting a board meeting. Maybe the secretary of the organization, he can do this particular process. He can communicate with all the board of directors that we are going to schedule this meeting on, we are scheduled meeting on this particular date, time, venue, and this is the agenda for the meeting. These are the points can be discussed in this meeting, and that can be communicated with all the directors before 7 days in a actual. So these are the some mandatory things should be followed by the while conducting a board meeting or director meetings. So under section 173 Act, there should be at least minimum 30 days since incorporation of the particular board meeting, board of director has been formed, or committee has been formed. Then we have to conduct the meeting. There should not be a gap of 120 or more than days. At least 4 meetings can be conducted for the, if it is a big company or if it is a public limited company. So this can be some of the requirement of the particular board meeting. More than that are there, depends upon the functionality, depends upon the what operations they are doing and what points can be discussed in the board meeting, and that can be there. Now, quorum for the board meeting. Yes, that is very important. Quorum for the board meeting. Anyone? What do you mean by quorum? Quorum for the board meeting? Anyone? Yes, it is a very mandatory thing. It is very mandatory everywhere. If you go for the parliament also, if you go into the any other meeting without quorum, it is we are not able to pass any. We are not taken. We are not able to take a decision. Or that particular meeting cannot be held. It is a valid meeting if there is a proper if there is no valid quorum for that. If number of persons. So quorum. Quorum for the board meeting. This PPT is visible to you, all of you. Quorum for the board meeting. Is PPT is visible for you?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now it is
Yes,
visible.
sir.
Okay. So quorum for the board meeting refers to the minimum number of members of the board to conduct a valid board meeting. For example, if you are conducting a meeting, for example, there should be a in board of directors there should be some 11 members are there. So how many members should be required? Then we can say that we can conduct the board of meeting. Only 2 members, 11 members are there, and only 4 members are present for the board of director meeting. Then it is not a valid meeting. We can conclude that it is a valid board meeting because minimum numbers of board members are present for the particular meeting. So we want some particular number. If particular number, if we are the present board of directors are present, then and then only whatever decisions are taken at that particular point at that particular meeting, that can be a valid decision. Maybe if the number of persons or a number of directors are less for the particular board meeting, or maybe we are not follow the quorum of the board meeting, then the whatever decisions taken at a particular meeting, it is not a valid decision. So according to the section 174 of Companies Act 2013, maybe for the objective questions, maybe this point can be asked to you. Section 174 of Companies Act 2013, the minimum number of members of the board required for a meeting is 1/3 of total number of directors. 1/3. We want a 1/3, at least 1/3 of a board of director meeting. If it is 11 members, 1/3 of the particular board of member. If it is 11, if it is 13, you calculate 1/3. If number are there, then whatever decision.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
What voice is not clear? Okay, I will check. Just a minute. Huh? Now I'm audible. My voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
Now, yes, I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Someone, please unmute yourself. Okay. So, according to Section 174, Companies Act 172, 174, we want at least one third of total number of directors should be present for the board of directors. So, generally, if you go for the any meetings, they are finding the quorum should be there. If the quorum should not be there, then the meeting should not be valid. So, if you go for the some parliaments, or if you see the discussion to the parliament, they are going to find out the quorum, how many members are present. They are going to count the members, how many are present into the particular any meetings, and they will find that yes, we are fulfilling the criteria of quorum or not. So same thing, if it is area one, if it is 13, one third. If more than that are there, surely yes, we can whatever discussion can be conducted or taken, it can be a valid decision, and we can call it as a valid board meeting. So always, when you join any organization, maybe you become any you have started your own organization, you become a secretary of the organization. That time, these are the some points to be discussed, or points should be mentioned in your while taking the any meeting in future, in your future. Maybe you conduct some meeting. That time, quorum plays very important role. Quorum for the particular meeting. How many members are present? From how many members are eligible for to present for the meeting? कितने लोग चाहिए? How many are eligible to come for the meeting, and how many are present? If it is a one third, more than one third, then only your discussion is a that meeting should be a valid meeting. At any rate, a minimum of two directors must be present. This is also one more criteria. At least minimum two directors must be present. At any rate, minimum of two directors must be present. However, in the case of one person company, the rules of section 174 do not apply. One person company, only one person is a company. He is only one. He is only one director, or he is only chairman. One person company. That time, this 174 does not apply for this particular company. But if it is a there are some number of board of directors are there, 10 13 number, 11 numbers of 15 numbers of board of directors there, then and then only we have to go for this. So that we have to check quorum. If it is there, then and then the discussion should be continued. Now, a requirement for conducting a valid board meeting. So requirement of for conducting a valid board meeting. If you want to conduct a valid board meeting, so first, right convening authority. Yes, this is very important, because something what happens, we are not communicated. Maybe some director or some shareholder or stakeholder, they say that we are not company has not communicated with us we are conducting the board meeting. So generally, if you have every organization, if it is a small scale industry also, if you see lots of communication is coming to your home also, that yes, either is a general meeting is arranged by these particular institutes, and you are the stakeholder or shareholder of this particular institute, kindly present for the particular meeting in advance. 115 days or 7 days in advance, they have communicated this particular message to you. So same thing, right convening authority. It should be right convening authority. Who will be the right convening authority? We will see that. The board meeting must be held under the direction of proper authority. The first, direction of proper authority should be, there should be one authorized person. Second, usually the company secretary. Yes, usually the company secretary is there is an authorized the board meeting. So company secretary is responsible. So secretary of the organization, it is responsible for conducting or maybe the scheduling the meeting or smooth functioning or carry out the particular meeting. A company secretary is responsible for that. He is responsible for schedule a meeting, discuss maybe the communication with the stakeholder, shareholder, or board of directors. Which type of meeting is there? If it is a board meeting, then share the information, communication with the board of directors. In case the company secretary is unavailable, the predetermined authorized person shall act as the authority to conduct the board meeting. So first, company secretary is a right authority to convey the message related to the board of meeting or any general meeting. a general meeting, board meeting, that should be communicated, maybe the venue, time, schedule, agenda, and communication to all the members should present for the committee in advance before 7 days of actual date of meeting. So first, right convening authority is required for the particular conducting a valid board meeting. Second, adequate quorum. Yes, quorum, it is very important for any meeting. Any meeting, quorum is very important. Sometimes I heard the meetings are postponed for 15 minutes, 30 minutes. If you see that into the parliaments also or any other institutes also, the meeting is postponed for the due to the some quorum was not there into the for the present for the meeting. Due to that, we can wait for 15 minutes or 30 minutes, or we can conduct the particular meeting after maybe after on but next day also. So that can be done. Without adequate quorum, it is we are not able to see valid quorum. The proper requirement of the quorum of the minimum number of directors required to conduct a board meeting must be present for it is to be considered a valid board meeting. So number must be satisfied. Number should be satisfied. What is the requirement? One third of the actual how many present. Should how many required present or how many shareholders are there? One third should be present for the into the meeting. Then and then we can call adequate quorum. Then proper notice it is required. Proper notice is the one of the major requirements to be fulfilled when planning a board meeting. Formal notice has to be served to all the members before conducting a board meeting. Whenever we have a meeting, then we have to inform you in advance that we are conducting a meeting on this particular date, and these are the some agenda can be discussed. These are the points can be discussed in this meeting, and these can be members are present for the meeting. So that can be given in advance to all the members of a board of directors, stakeholders, shareholders. What type of meeting is this there? If it is a board meeting, only board of directors. If it is a general meeting, then that can be there. If it is some member meeting, that can be information given into the proper notice can be given to them. Proper presiding officer should be there. The meeting must be always conducted in the presence of a chairman of the board. So that time, someone who, whenever there is a meeting, that time there should be chairman should be assigned. Yes, meeting the meeting chairman of this particular today's meeting, the chairman of the today's meeting will be someone XYZ person, or maybe the chairman of the board of directors can be present as the chairman of the particular meeting. So yes, proper presiding officer should be required when then and then we can call as a valid board meeting. Then proper agenda plays very important role. Every board meeting has a set of agenda that must be followed. Yes, whenever you can join any organization, you will see that proper agenda is coming. These are the points are discussed. These are going to point to be discussed in the meeting. Point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, and finish. So whatever these are there. So if valid meeting we have to conduct, then there should be a proper agenda should be there. Agenda that must be followed. The agenda refers to the topic discussion of the board meeting. What mean by agenda? It should be pre-planned topics. Topics that can be discussed in the meeting, and that can be topic can be given in advance to the all the board of members. If that are the problems we are facing, maybe it can be problems or it can be a topic or it can be discussion point where the meetings can be conducted for that particular issues. We are conducting a meeting, and these are the points are going to discuss in the meeting. Other than that, nothing will be discussed in the meeting. No other business which not mentioned in the meeting must be considered. So other than agenda, it will not discuss. Any other points are not discussed in the particular meeting. So we have to if you have the valid meeting, then whatever agenda is written, whatever points are discussed in written into the agenda while communicating or while scheduling a meeting, only that points are discussed on a priority. And other than that, maybe the point cannot be conducted discussed into the meeting. Maybe they have to take the permission from the chairman, and then we can raise the point into the meeting, and then discussion can be possible. But very important that whatever points are mentioned into the agenda, the priority are given to that points only by the committee. So if you want to, maybe some contingency problems are there, some emergency problems are there at the time while discussing, then you have to take first permission from the chairman. If he chairman can allow you, then and then that point can be come into the meeting and discussion can be done. But there is a need of proper we have to take the permission and then we can discuss the thing. So this is the requirement of conducting a valid meeting. So major thing we want adequate quorum and agenda and proper notice. If these are the three criteria, if you followed, whenever you scheduling a meeting, whenever you scheduling meeting for your organization, or for your, when you join any organization, that time if you maybe someone says that schedule a meeting, then there should be a proper notice, there should be a proper agenda, there should be a presiding officer, there should be a communication officer. So you can think about that, then and then you can decide for the meeting, and whatever you have decided, then we can call as a, if you have considered these particular points, then your meeting should be a valid board meeting. So yes, next we will discuss, it is that annual general meeting. So annual general meeting. So what mean by annual general meeting? Anyone? AGM, maybe most of organizations, small scale industries, uh, sugarcane industries, or if you'll see that a small scale financial institutes also has a general meeting. Or all the institutes, if it is a multinational companies or national companies, they are going for the general meeting, annual general meeting. Are you know about the annual general meeting? It is a part of, for example, yes,
Yes, sir. Review
Anyone?
of the year, sir. Yes, sir. Review of the
review
year.
review of the year in front of
Uh, uh, Shareholders.
all stakeholders or all shareholders.
Yes, sir.
A very good example. A very good example. We can take an example of our Gram Panchayat itself, a village Gram Panchayat. Generally on 26th January and 15th August, Republic Day and Independence Day, there is a general meeting can be called by the Gram Panchayat, and every citizen of particular village are present into that particular general meeting. So maybe I know how many of you are attended that particular meeting. In that particular meeting, they are discussing how we are going or what are the things we are achieved and what things. So not only the only institutes, not only the company, but these are the some government institutions on Gram Panchayat and this thing. They are also arranging some meetings, annual general meetings. We can call it annual general meeting. वार्षिक सभा म्हणतो मराठीमध्ये. So we can call it as the annual general meeting. So where all the citizens of the particular village they can present for the meeting, and they can raise their issues, they can discuss on the particular points, and they can give their suggestion, give their inputs to the particular those who are present or those who are elected members are there. They can listen from them. So maybe the who is a sarpanch who is leading the thing. So same thing it will be happening to the organization also. Every maybe the if you have a shares of the any organization, for example you have a share, maybe the virtual shares into the share market also. आपके पास रहेंगे. If you will getting a mail from that particular company that we are for example XYZ company has organized an annual general meeting on this particular date, this on this particular platform, and or at this particular venue you are cordially invited for the particular attend the general meeting. Yes, have you got these particular messages? आए क्या कभी? Yes or no? I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you have purchased any shares, for example, from through the NSE and BSE also, and you are holding for the 1 year or 2 year, maybe you are getting the annual general meeting invitation for you on an email also. You are getting an email of invitation to kindly attend the annual general meeting of your organization because you are a shareholder. So we'll discuss what is the annual general meeting. So this can be a conclusion what we have discussed. I said. So first, what will be annual general meeting? So annual general meeting, it is called AGM, is yearly meeting of a stakeholder or stockholder or shareholder, member of a company, firm, and organization. So all members are present. It can be yearly meeting. It can be yearly meeting. So maybe the in depends, but it can be at least 1 year. Once in a year, it should be conducted by the every organization, and it is mandatory for the all the organization companies. It is a private, if it is a public, if it is a government, it should be conducted. Annual general meeting is held every financial year, and it is mandatory for everyone. It is mandatory for everyone. Held at every financial year, and it is mandatory for everyone. In annual general meeting, functions like reviewing the company account, approving audited accounts, and elections, fiscal records of the past years are discussed. So nothing but history and present. What future plans are there, and what we have achieved in a last year, what we are going to achieve, or what is the short term, what is the long term, and we are there the board members of a director of the board, a director of the company, they are representing the audit report, financial audit report, or financial transactions or financial strength of the particular organization in front of all the stockholders, shareholders of the company, that we are growing, we are gaining the profit into the organization, and we are giving, we are working fine, and we are achieving the next goal. So that can be given, that can be discussed in front of all the stockholder and shareholder. Nothing but performance of your company, performance of your organization, that can be discussed in front of stockholder, shareholder in an open discussion. In an open discussion, maybe the shareholder can ask some questions. Maybe the shareholder can find out some problems or some weaknesses into the audited report or financial reports or some operations done into the organization, and he can ask questions on that openly to all the directors of the particular company. Maybe the a responsible director or respective director of the particular department, he can answer the questions asked by the particular shareholder, and there could be a discussion on this particular thing till a shareholder can get satisfied. So this can be called as an annual general meeting, where the performance of the company can be presented by the director or board of director or chairman of the organization in front of all the stockholders, shareholder or stakeholder, that the how company is performing in the particular area, or how we are achieving the target, and how we are growing day by day. And these are some expansions we are expecting in the coming year. We are growing, so that can be given, that can be explained in the detail in front of all the members. So this is nothing called as an annual general meeting. Everything, a financial performance, maybe the infrastructure performance, maybe requirement, how much we are achieving the things, everything can be discussed. Maybe strength as well as weaknesses, strength as well as weaknesses of the particular organization, and what are the opportunities, what are the new things we are going to achieve, what are the new things we have set, that can be discussed in the long-term objective and short-term objective, also discussed in the annual general meeting. Now, as per the Companies Act, the an annual general meeting must be held by every company once a year without fail. There cannot be a gap of more than 15 months between the two annual general meeting. Not more than 15 months का gap होना चाहिए दो meeting case में, or every company it is mandatory. If it is a private company, if it is a public, if it is a small scale, if it is a big scale, whatever it may be, that every organization has to conduct at least one annual general meeting in a financial year, and there is no gap between two meetings. It should not be more than 15 months, not more than 15 months. Now, quorum for the annual general meeting, it is very mandatory. Always, whenever you are going to conduct any meeting in your organization, when you join any organization and you are conducting a meeting, that time see that what is the quorum of my meeting while conducting a meeting. Is there a valid quorum is there or not? If you are conducted a meeting and there is no valid quorum, only few members are present, and you have taken lots of discussion and you have taken lots of decision also, that decision cannot be valid decision till there is a proper quorum, or if it is a number of persons are present or not. So depends upon that. So whenever you're going to conduct the meeting, please check quorum, how many members should be present for the meeting and how many are present. As quorum, how much you want and how many presents are there. If there is a difference, then wait for a proper quorum should be present for this. Now, quorum for the annual general meeting, unless the articles of the company state otherwise, the quorum for annual general meeting is as follows. Public companies, at least 5 members must be present. At least 5 members must be present. Other companies, at least 2 members must be present within a half an hour of the commencement of a meeting. Matlab, 2 member and 5 members, with the board of directors. At least 5 members must be present. At least 2 members must be present within a half of the. So we can, for example, due to the quorum, we are postponing the meeting for the half an hour. Within a half an hour, if there is a no one has been present for the meeting, if quorum has been not fulfilled, then the meeting is not valid and meeting can be postponed for the further days. It can be for the future. So this issue undertaken in an annual general meeting, what are the issues can be taken in an annual general meeting? Yes, the declaration of dividend among the stakeholders. Yes, this can be first discussion can be done. Annual general meeting में discussion क्या होता है? First, declaration of dividend among the shareholders. How much percentage we are giving dividend or how much return on investment we are paying to the stakeholder or shareholder. So that can be discussed and that can be declared and that can be confirmed. So that can be discussed into first point, dividend declaration. Second, consider of annual accounts, consideration of annual accounts. Whatever transactions are done by the board of directors and all the employees, that can be put in front of all the stakeholders, shareholders for the discussion and to show them that these are the transactions we have done, these are the profit, these are the loss, these are the some growth, and that can be everything. If it is a profit, otherwise it can be loss to loss. So that can be discussed. Consideration of annual accounts, discussion of the director reports, discussion of the director reports, director report and auditor reports. So all the reports, auditor reports, maybe the auditor report nothing but performance of your financial transaction or performance of your organization growth can be presented in front of the annual general meeting, in front of all the stakeholders. So they can, we are getting some early, we are getting, we'll see that we will getting us all the details of financial, maybe communication. We are getting Varshik Ahwal, annual information we are getting. For example, we are also publishing our annual report of our institute. We are publishing our annual report for the every year. We are publishing our annual report. What we have done, how much we have done, what things are there, what contributed we to the student. So everything should be written into the annual contribution. हमने last year क्या किया था और इस साल क्या किया. Is there we have improved ourselves or not? So that can be presented in front of annual report. Now appointment and fixing of the remuneration of the statutory auditors. So fixing the remuneration for the statutory auditors, who are auditors are there, they are finding, and that remuneration of the auditors can be fixed into the annual general meeting. Appointment of replacement director in place of existing director is retiring. So someone is retiring from the board of directors, or someone is there is a missing place, or there is a left director, or there is a vacancy in the director, that can be filled, that can be discussed into the annual general meetings, or maybe the annual general meetings can be maybe they can give you the nomination for the particular post, or they can select someone for the as a board of director if there is a vacancy in a director. So that can be also done into the annual general meeting. Now evaluation of the board also done. Every organization is going for the evaluation of the board, nothing but director's evaluation. Employee evaluation can be done. Employee performance evaluation, we can go for the performance appraisal of the every employee, and we can evaluate the employee, how he has worked, what is the achievement, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, how many times he has achieved the target, or how many times he has rejected the work. So everything can be, we are analyzed, we are evaluated, and we are given for the performance. So can we give a reward, or can we give the punishment, or can we go give a promotion, or can we give a demotion? Can we give an increment, or can we give the decrement in a remuneration? So that can be a process of evaluation of a employee. So that same thing can be happen, same thing can be done for the employee evaluation of the director. Same thing can be done for the board of director also. So we can say that evaluation of the board of directors or evaluation of the board. So whoever we are selected as a board of director of the organization, whoever we are selected, the evaluation of the board. Now if you see the not only if you see that evaluation of a board. For example, you can take an example, a very good example of cricket team recently. Cricket team. Is there evaluation has been done for the cricket team of Indian cricket team?
कैप्टन को बाहर भेज दिया. Yes sir. कैप्टन को हटा दिया sir.
How हटा दिया? How it possible?
Sir, because of disputes with management sir.
It's nothing but evaluation. We can we are not going to that
Yes,
particular point, but evaluation can be done. So
Yes,
captain
sir.
nothing but a
On the
chairman, captain nothing but a chairman of the company.
Yes sir.
Yes or no? He is, and other 10 members of 11 members are there. Maybe 11 team members are there. That can be a board of directors. And captain nothing but a chairman of the company. So there is no single member can be there that cannot be evaluated. Every member can be evaluated on the basis of their performance. They are given a punishment or maybe the rewards, maybe increment and decrement. And there is a, yesterday we have seen that a very good example into the cricket team. So evaluation can be done. Not only the captain can be evaluation hota hai, not only the team member. So I said that not only employee can be evaluated, but the board of directors can be evaluated of the every company, and on that basis they are getting a remuneration also. So very good example. Yesterday we have discussed that. Yesterday we have seen that captain of our Indian cricket team. Maybe they have given some. They are removed from that, and maybe they are uh, elected as a one more person as a Rohit Sharma, maybe the captain of the particular Indian cricket team. Maybe the same thing. A company, maybe the board of directors can select or elect or remove. Depends upon the performance of the particular or evaluation of the particular board of directors. So that can be very good example. Now coming to the evaluation of the board, yes, there is evaluation of the board can be conducted. Performance of the every board of directors can be done by the person, maybe the chair, maybe the owner of the organization or someone. So every that can be done. So we'll see that the performance of board of director as whole may be evaluated either from a review, feedback of the director themselves or by some external source who will evaluate them, board of directors, maybe the external, maybe feedback from the other directors of the director themselves. Maybe the team member भी बोलते हैं or director also maybe they say maybe the your result of your company. When you started your company as a chairman and how the company is growing. If company is growing well, then maybe we can say that board of directors are working fine and yes, they are working properly. The performance was good, so we can call it this. Yes, okay, board of directors. And once you started, we have changed the board of directors, and the company's growth is declining day by day. The growth is going down day by day, and the performance is decreasing. Then yes, the board of directors, maybe the decision taken in the particular meetings by the board of directors are not good. So maybe we can say that the directors are not efficient or effective for the conducting the particular board, particular company performance. So that can be done. Evaluation of the board. Not only employee can improve the growth of the company, but board of directors is also important because management has to take some decisions, strategic decisions, tactical decisions. So that should be taken and it should be implemented properly. Whatever resources are required in advance, they have to plan for that. Some long-term objectives, short-term objectives, and they have to take care that whatever resources are required that can be available into the institute or into the organization. So without maybe the limitation of resources cannot be there. So that can be things can be managed by the board of directors. If they are not managing this particular thing, then they are not effective directors. Then broad parameters for reviewing the performance of the board, how the board of directors can be reviewed. First, development of suitable strategies and business plan at the appropriate time and its effectiveness. I said that should be a management has, our board of directors has a responsibility to create an availability of the resources, whatever resources are required into the organization. If they are not maintaining that resources into the organization, then they are not a valid, they are not good board of directors or chairman. Implementation of robust policies and procedures, implementation of robust and policies and procedures also. So if you see that any policies into the organization that can be hazardous to the employees, maybe the employee relation can be it can be changing or it can be going wrong into the wrong. Maybe there is a some policies can be implemented that can be hazardous to the board of director or organization, maybe the employee and operations. So yes, that can be one of the criteria. Maybe the customer policy implementation, so that can be there. Size, structure, and expertise of the board. Size, structure, expertise of the board. So size kya hai? How many structure? What is structure? How many members are required? How many members we have? What is the experience we want? How much experience that particular individual have? So that thing can be evaluated. Oversight the financial reporting process, including internal controls that can be generated. Willingness to spend time and effort to learn about the company and business. How much time is particular board of directors giving to the organization? How much time they are spent? How much they are earning? How much they are giving to the society, particular company? From that, how much a company is getting benefit? So that kind of thing can be evaluated. Awareness about the latest development in the areas such as the corporate governance and framework and financial reporting. So director, what he know about the current updates into the any field, not only this particular mentioned field, but any field. How much initiative he know, how much updates he know that particular director. Then only he can be eligible for the board of directors. So not only employees should be updated with the technologies and new opportunities and new things are coming into the market. Not only employees, but top management also, board of directors also. They also know updated technology, updated things, updated knowledge, learn or gain the updated knowledge from the society, updated market from the market, and that can be tried to implement into the organization, into the company to get a higher performance from the companies, and they can get a good output. So evaluation on done on this criteria, and maybe they can get a reward, and maybe they can get a punishment also. That can be punishment, and not with the increment, decrement, maybe the promotion and demotion that can be possible. So yesterday was a good example for this evaluation of a board. Not only the team member, but captain of the particular company team also evaluated by the someone expert. So this is thing. Evaluation of individual director. Evaluation of individual director, how it can be done. Individual director, कैसे individual director को evaluate किया जाता है? The performance evaluation of managing director, executive director of the company may be done by all the director, or the external facility may also serve as the efficient tool for the evaluation. Maybe all the director can evaluate the one director, so that can be done, or maybe the external resource, external facilitator can come and evaluate the particular director, so that can be done. The board broad parameter of for reviewing the performance of managing director, executive director are achievement. First is achievement. Achievement of the financial budget, target prescribed by the board, how much he has achieved. For example, target, every employee having a target. If you go into the sales and marketing, maybe your manager always give you the target for the weekly basis, or it can be a monthly basis, or it can be a quarterly basis. So how much you have achieved, on that basis also, that can be, they can evaluate you. So this can be evaluation. First, achievement. How many, for example, if you go for the cricket team, then how many trophies you have won, how many maybe how many matches you have won, how many lose, how many score you have done, then score you have taken. So that thing every can be. If it is a batsman, if it is a bowler, then these are the things are achievements. Same thing into the director. If you are a director for the particular thing, how many things you are achieved, how many targeted things, how what are the decisions you have taken, and how many that are decisions are taken are good decisions or effective decisions for the organization. So that can be evaluated achievement. First criteria, achievement for the offer director. Second, developing and managing, executing business plan, operational plan, risk management, and financial affairs of the organization. How you manage these things. Any operation plan you have done and how it is executed. Any risk you have found out and how it is removed or how it can be minimized. So how you have planned for that, how you have executed the things, how many execution you have done, how many failure are there, what are the percentage of failure, how much percentage of success of your plans. So that can be evaluated. So that can be a second criteria for the evaluating the individual director of the company. Then third, display of leadership quality. Leadership quality. This is a quality of the leadership of a particular board. Leadership qualities, how he is leading the thing, how he is motivating the thing, how he is communicating with the particular individual, how he is maintaining the relationship with the employee, how maintaining the relationship with the other board of directors or other affairs, other persons, third party. That can be considered as a evaluation criteria. Then development of policies, strategic plan aligned with the vision. How many plans he has prepared or with respect to the vision. How many plans and how they are implemented, is there we are achieved our vision or objective. That thing also will be the part of evaluation. Establishing an effective organization structure, how he has been the part of establishing organization structure, maybe the particular to ensure that there is a management focus on a key function necessary for the organizational line. So what is his contribution in the effective organizing the structure of the particular organization. Managing relationship with the board management team, regulation, bank, industry, and then relationship. So these are the some characteristics, these are the some qualities, these are the some evaluation criteria for individual director can be evaluated. On that basis, individual director can be evaluated and maybe the decision can be taken by the particular person or board of directors or maybe the external authority. So these are the some criteria. So everyone can be evaluated on this. Now evaluation of the committees. Committee head evaluation. The performance of committee may be evaluated by the director on the basis of the terms refers of a committee. Discharge of its function and duties as per the terms and services. Committee, for example, हमने remuneration committee form किए. For example, हमने nomination committee form किए. So what their activities are there? What are the role and responsibilities of the particular committees are there? And is they are fulfilled or not? Is they are satisfied or not? So that thing also done by them. Then the process and procedure followed, discharging its function, effectiveness and suggestion and recommendation received. So that can be also there. size, structure, conduct of meetings and procedure followed by in this regard. So these are the some evaluation of the committee. So evaluation of board of director, evaluation of individual director and evaluation of committees also. Committees का भी evaluation होता है as a committee, as a individual person, as a board of directors. So these are some evaluation types, you can say that. Board of director का evaluation होगा, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर का होने के बाद इंडिविजुअल डायरेक्टर का भी इवैल्यूएशन होगा, उसके बाद इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ कमिटीज, स्मॉल कमिटीज वी हैव फॉर्म, ऑडिट कमिटी, रिम्यूनरेशन कमिटी, देन नॉमिनेशन कमिटी, मे बी द अदर कमिटीज आर देयर. So how they are performing, what their objective they are achieving or not, what their visions are there, how they are done their activity planning. So everything can be evaluated, and on that basis they can be given a reward, they can be given a punishment, and they can be done. So yes, there should be evaluation of the board of meeting. So here we are finishing with the second chapter topic from your syllabus, that is the board effectiveness and various board committees. So yes, any questions? Are you there in the class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are finished with the second chapter. One assignment I will give you on this particular two chapters as a CCA parameter. You can write down. Otherwise, I can share on a WhatsApp. You can write down the assignment and submit on a team itself, or otherwise you can share on a WhatsApp, or you can send me a mail. So I will share you the details of regarding the assignment number 1.
Yes, sir.
One more CC parameter we are going to conduct. One online examination, MCQ based examination we will conduct in coming week through your mobile app. We have one tool. We will use that particular tool, and we can conduct one MCQ for the 10 marks. 10 marks for the one assignment, 10 marks for the MCQ, and one more 10 marks for the. You can go for the another. Yes, sir. Yes, Sagar.
सर ये दो चैप्टर्स है ना सर? ये
अभी 2 चैप्टर खत्म हो गए. We are finished with the two chapter. Only on that 2 पे एक असाइनमेंट मैं दूंगा, होम असाइनमेंट.
हेलो सर.
हाँ, यस.
हेलो.
हाँ, बोलना.
सर ये 2 चैप्टर के नोट्स मिलेंगे क्या सर हमको?
यस श्योर, मैं भेज देता हूँ आपको. हाँ, व्हाट्सएप पे डालता हूँ अभी.
यस सर, यस.
व्हाट्सएप पे डाल देता हूँ अभी. डोंट वरी.
थैंक यू सर.
Okay, चलो. Then thank you very much for the joining the class. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.